Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, a crew looking to make a statement, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll bring it out. It's Agbana. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense is on the field for the first time today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-timer baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Just find a way to make that first tackler whiff. He's out to the 21. The Mountaineers are in the hurry-up. Defense might bring the house here. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. And the Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got it in the middle. It's Ingram. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. From the gun. Wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The Mountaineers are on the move. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Guys, let's take a big view here on West Virginia. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run.
He'll take a shot. And it's caught. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And that is exactly certainly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you can see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes with the return. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Catch in the middle, it's Travis. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. And the Mountaineers will punt it away on fourth down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's got it and still on his feet. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play. Just a couple of yards short of the goal line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it to the back. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Agbana. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And it's a touchdown. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They're up by a field goal over Louisville. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Running into the open space. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Agbana. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And the Mountaineers want to move quickly. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Gets it past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First down for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
I think the offensive coordinators are there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's complete on the right side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He's looking to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Let's go! Let's go! From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
And this one is perfect. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the offense back onto the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Looking downfield on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got an open man. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. New set of downs after the completion. He wants to throw it again. It's on target and complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. They'll immediately call timeout. And guys, with the empty backfield on 2nd and short, might they take a shot here? Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Working that left side now. Makes the catch and runs his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Hey, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Agbana. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on first down from the 28. Looking to throw on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, time running short in the half. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to. But at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way. But the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Running back searching for a hole. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They'll go to the ground. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy...
Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Coming out with it, it's Agbana. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Unloads quickly.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The Mountaineers can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, second and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. Third and short, I still got fourth down as well, so don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action, because defense a lot of times really expects run. Then it can take some big shots and man coverage down the field.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Finds his big tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Mountaineers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Just keeps slinging it. Puts it out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness.
Continues to fight for yards. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
When you're in plus territory on 4th and 1, I don't think the quarterback was ever thinking about coming off the field.
I wouldn't be surprised if the QB convinced the coach to go ahead and do it from the way it looked.
100%. That's the coach. We got this. Absolutely. We want more points. We got to go for it. I believe in my guys. The players always try to go for it.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pocket breaking down. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out in the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive, and he does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package, now setting up 4th and long.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. They're testing the right side here. Breaks into the open. Inside the 40. At the 30. The 10. All the way in for the touchdown.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 10 over Oregon State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the RPO, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
The play action fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Bringing the heat. They're working that left side. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Looking deep. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
They go to the ground. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Looking for the score. He's in for the score. Touchdown. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He'll keep it himself.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that sucker to the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Robinson looking to pass. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the catch near the 50. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the ground with the back. Just steamrolling the defense. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us. And they're
He's got it, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Robinson will throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give from the gun. Breaks the tackle. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Mountaineers will line it up on 1st and 10.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They booted away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing.
There he goes. The 30. Past the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Nebraska is just getting blown off the field right now. I've seen some stinkers in my day. This one smells like a pasture. How's that for descriptive? They're trailing by 21 to Wisconsin. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Robinson looking to pass. Snagged out of the air.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Now, how about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
They'll try the run. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
To the air on 2nd down. Floating away. Got him downfield. And they're going to put another one into the end zone. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Michigan State's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going.
Makes the grab on the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question, it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
To the air on first down. It's complete to the right. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Turning it on! All the way down to the 27-yard line before they can get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And wings it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They just keep firing. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's coming. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Prince. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Creates a little space. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands. Let him do the rest.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the ground, he's got it again. Got the first down, looking for more. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He got it. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
This is an offense that wants to take shots in the pass game. That time they went play action, and they were throwing the go route. That's one-on-one. Who's faster? The receiver gets in behind the defender. He is able to make the catch and take it in for the score.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Leaves it with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Breaks into the open. Lowers those pads. He found plenty of room, and he gets into the 39-yard line.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Prince. Touchdown, Sparty. Once he got some room, it was over.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Wisconsin. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Let's go. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Toss sweep to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Gage. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Spartans will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Grabs it in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Makes the catch. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking to throw on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going right to work up top. Got the quick pass. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 and the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Lets it fly. Finds a man on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Going to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. 6th play of the drive coming up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And with that, they've taken the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They're going back to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Offense working from the pistol. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Snags it inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Michigan State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the... So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Tight end now in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Snatches it on right. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Brings it in down the left side. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. This is not a guy that you can just keep your left eye on. He will go off and torch you like an Andre Rison.
Yeah, you definitely have to make sure you know where he's at. He's having a day. He's doing whatever he wants to do. So defensively, I make Michigan State beat me with somebody else.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
A strike downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there.
Big guy tries to barrel in, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Spartans. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. no shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Going to try to get it himself. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Let's go. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the move, he fires. Working that left side. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Man, you got to like these last 2 plays by this offense. You understand. You're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
Wants to throw it. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Making side adjustments here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Give to the running back. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And this is a no-brainer. It's 4th down. We're down multiple possessions. We got to make this happen. We got to get the 1st down. We can't be worried about the clock. Then we got to go fast, work the sidelines to the best of our advantage to save as much clock so we can get multiple scores.
A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And the Spartans backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion.
There he goes. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Spartans just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out.
With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit with